Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Black and Gold Report. I'm joined now by the legend, the man himself, O.T. Johnson. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
All right, so last week, busy week for you guys. You guys faced Limestone, Newberry, Ferrum, Emmanuel. How do you think the team performed?
Well, we were a little sluggish there last week, but we definitely started the week off pretty good against Limestone, a duel that we knew we had to capitalize on every opportunity we were in each match. And we went out there, our guys performed well, but we definitely dropped a lot of swing matches in the duel, which ended up costing us the ultimate match. So I think after that, there were a lot of head hanging and guys didn't really respond. And so you always hear the saying, this is a trap game. But so for us, Emmanuel was a trap match. We started looking forward to Newberry and really didn't go out there wrestling the way we needed to wrestle against Emmanuel. And those guys came out there with a plan, and they executed it, and we didn't respond. And the result of the dual meet showed in us losing that match there. We wrestled that match 10 times. We win 9 out of the 10, and the one time we wouldn't win was yesterday. So that was kind of the outcome of what happened yesterday.
The way the schedule worked out, kind of a lot of stuff going on at the beginning of the month, kind of a blitz. What kind of challenges does that present for you guys?
Well, so our postseason will be that very similar, where you're making weight multiple days in a row, and so as challenging as it is, it kind of prepares the guys to be able to see what the postseason is going to look like, especially for as young as we are. A lot of those guys haven't seen multiple day weigh-ins, and with the level of competition that we had, most of the guys, we had 6 freshmen in our lineup, so they were used to weighing in on one day, wrestling, and being done for a whole week, and not wrestling again for another week. So it's taking a toll. We're not the only one going through it. Reality is, everyone from junior college to Division I is going through that, so we can't hang our heads and feel sorry for ourselves. But hopefully this is a great experience for those guys that can take into the postseason, because we're going to do our jobs as coaches, as a staff, to reel them back in. We have a little training phase there before we hit regionals, to kind of get that pop back and revert back to those multiple day weigh-ins, so they can realize that, hey, we are prepared and we've had all the challenges previously. So it's a good challenge. It's a great opportunity for them to get a chance to see what regional is going to look like.
I don't think people realize how much goes into just a basic week for you guys. There's a lot of stuff going on, cutting weight, practice, all that. Just walk us through a normal week for one of your wrestlers.
So Monday morning, we'll get up at 6 a.m., get a lift in. Then that afternoon we'll have practice. Tuesday is usually an afternoon practice, but you have guys that will come in, do individuals just to kind of break things down. Everyone is training on the afternoons in the country, so if you want to be better at wrestling or any other sport for that matter, you need to get your video watched. We have the YouTube, the guys go in and watch their video, or come in and watch the video with the coaches, or just get individuals, things like that. And then in the afternoon, we'll get on the mat, fix some things as a group. Wednesday morning, we are back in the weight room, getting a lift in. And then Wednesday afternoon, we're on the mat again, fixing some areas that we need to get better as a group and individually. And obviously Thursday is an afternoon workout, and then Friday morning, again, back in the weight room, getting after it. And Friday afternoon, wrestle, and then Saturday we usually compete. But now this part of the season for us is really a time to train as needed based on the competition schedule. But so on a match day, for example, we'll get up that morning, get a workout in just so the guys can be able to eat. Weight cutting is a part of it, but you don't have to cut weight if you are eating and working out. You're utilizing the energy that you're getting from the food to get the weight off instead of starving. And I think people have a misconception of wrestling, and they think it's just spitting the bottle. And it's getting out there and getting better at your craft while you're controlling your weight. And you have to do that if you want to be one of the best. And we have some guys that understand it, and we're trying to get our younger guys to do the same. So that's a typical week. Again, like any other sport, you have to put it in if you want to be great.
Super Regionals coming up here shortly, running out of time, but what's that process like, and what do you expect to see out of the team?
Well, we're getting down to a point where we have about 2 weight classes that we have to kind of figure out who our starters are going to be. So once we get those 2 weight classes figured out, we'll have our 10 starters, and it's really going to be about those guys and those guys only. We're not going to neglect the other ones, but we're going to put all our energy and our time into making sure those guys have what they need from a training perspective, rehab perspective, and really trying to hone in on them and making sure they're focused and ready to go. But I think we have a even though we have some freshmen, they're talented, but they just have to realize they're just as good as anyone else, no matter how old they are or how young they may be.
Coach, thanks for sitting down with us today. Really excited to see where the season ends, where it keeps going.
We appreciate you. Thank you guys for having us.
That's all we have for today's show. For more information on UNCP athletics, including tickets, live stats, and live broadcasts, visit uncpbraves.com. For our coaches and awesome crew, I'm Petey Powers. Until next time, go Braves.